we've seen America and Jamaica be the powerhouses on both forts, not just the female side, but the male side. We've seen so many female runners. If we're looking at the female side of things, of course, when we're talking long distance, this is where we have the Ethiopian women, the Kenyan women. They all now have a fort on that. But we're talking about short distance.
Right, sprinting.
Talk to me about Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Jamaica is Jamaica, man. You know, it's a small island country, but you know their imprint in the world has been massive as it pertains to track and field in particular, right? Usain Bolt is somebody who is really, when you really just think, how interesting is it that this man's name was Usain Bolt, and he is Bolton, right? Absolutely, you know the pace that man has and what he broke, the records that he broke, is amazing. But he's not the only Jamaican, right? We've seen Asafa Powell, we've seen the Johan Blakes, in the past. At the moment, it doesn't seem like there is a really strong contending Jamaican that can kind of compete with Noah Lyles in this very moment. But it's only a matter of time. When we look at the women's side, the 100 meters, you have Sha'Carri Richardson, who's really the main one for the U.S. that can potentially win this 100 meters. But you have Sharika Jackson, who now is
she has a chokehold.
She's basically the new queen of running in Jamaica. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, who is a decorated gold medalist, as well as Elaine Thompson-Herah, who unfortunately due to injury was unable to make it to Paris. But man, what do we see? Interestingly enough, those three women all came out of the same
camp,
right? MVP camp, right? So one small camp has produced some of the best Olympic runners.
I was actually thinking about that because if you see the actual head coach of the MVP camp and you met him, you would not believe that this guy is coaching Olympians, man.
Legendary. Sometimes you just gotta
don't judge a book by its cover.
You just have to know what to do. You don't necessarily have to be the runner yourself in order to know. And sometimes what we've also seen is great athletes don't make the best coaches either. A lot of times they have a natural gift, and they expect individuals to be able to run just like them.
Now, of course, the Olympics, when we're talking about 100-meter sprints, as you mentioned, it's very synonymous with Usain Bolt. And I always used to giggle that during Bolt's era, we had Tyson Gay.
Yes, sir.
Right? American sprinter, beast of nature.
Right.
It was just unfortunate that he was going up against Usain Bolt. But now that era is over, does Noah Lyles have his chance to solidify his legacy right now?
I absolutely think so. I think Noah Lyles, like I said earlier, not only does he have the ability to do it, but he has the personality, I feel like, that will allow him to...
Muhammad Ali.
Man,
he really does. He talks, and he comes in, he obliterates you after.
Muhammad Ali, that's a tough one.
His personality.
Might have to clip it up. But, honestly, I think, I really like the stances that he takes. I really like what he says, and he has been very vocal about wanting to transcend the sport, right? He said that not only is it about, running well and getting the medals, but that's the first step in being able to, do what it needs to do in order to become a mega star outside of the sport. So kudos to him for that. It's going to be very fun to watch.
I'm really excited, especially that Omanyala race against Noah Lyles in both the 100 and the 200. I'm really excited for that because, of course, once again, Omanyala entering it on a 9.79. That's immaculate pace.
You know what they say, man. Sometimes you're not racing against time. You're racing against guys. So sometimes,
the person right next to you.
What will happen is you might go into a heat and just race just to beat your competition.
Right.
But sometimes when you have these, what they call the heats of death, right? You'll have three potential world record holders going up against each other, and they'll just pace each other in order to break records, but also to get the best out of themselves as well. So sometimes you might see somebody come in second or third place, but break a world record in their country.
In the country, right.
Respectively,